Vancouver.
The noxious odor emanating from the drunken man is strong and familiar.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail! Uh-huh. Abigail. Don't you fucking call Abigail.
Never thought you'd see such a thing in your life, but this guy's a little too drunk. The man hiccups, then mumbles something.
Don't call Abigail!
He snorts and beckons you to lean in closer. He waves his hand as if shooing you away, all the while.
There's no use in yelling at drunks. He's barely holding it together.
The drunk man starts coughing a really disgusting, hacking cough. He does not sound well at all.
Don't you fucking call her! Hear me? Abigail? Don't call.
There was little chance he'd be a reliable witness anyway.
Hey, tequila! Good to see you. How's business? How's the whole reality situation treating you? So what's happening? Yeah, Tequila Sunset. How are the, high-concept, reality-based adventures proceeding?
Good. These people know your true name. Looks like it has preceded you, Mr. Sunset. More on that later.
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy? So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. I also have speed. And by speed, Oh. The system's been good to old Rosemary here, and I'm milking her like a bitch goat in the backyard. You see, friend, man makes his own luck, and I made mine real good. Got my hands on 3 bottles of liquor ex-squeeze, bought cigarettes, bought beer, even bought a bit of speed. And look at me now, I got everyone on my hook.
The hook? Where is it? I can't see it.
Of course, of course, of course. It is what it is, you know. What it's always been. People, buddy boy. It's the people. In the civilised world, it's a custom to tip the shopkeep, friend. But come back anyway.
A drop in temperature, an easy flow there. An empty street. Before you, a thoroughfare unjammed with lorries. No more drivers smoking. Chemically sweetened. Across the road, a forgotten bus stop. Corrosion has opened a hole in its roof. The road is smooth and motley. Craters filled with a black asphalt. The asphalt, a tub warm with water. white with soap. A man bathes while radio waves transmit the lottery numbers. Number 312D. Young girls used to come here, huddled. Craters pocked the surface. Children played in them until heavy trucks full of black pitch rolled in. The landowners have filled the craters with. There's one bump on the road. A dead dog lies flat about 200 paces away. Tragedy comes from the wheels of a fast RCM vehicle, hurrying to work. The cold washes over you. The sound of the sea has grown distant. The wind moves the aerosol. A detective stands behind.
Hello, mister.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls.
My mom's outside. Yes. They don't want to play with me. They look the same. They look identical. It's a grouse.
You might be able to get on Gart's good side. If you replace the broken scooter, you almost certainly...
I don't know. Sure. I mean, you already took it. I don't like it anyway. It's Lammy. He's my friend. Sort of. Like...
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing, and the...
Yes. Very soft. Isn't he soft? Bye!
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks...
Yes. Yes.
The kids don't reply. The scruffy-haired little boy... The scruffy-haired little...
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What?
The door has seen better days. The layer of paint has...
I'll wait outside to give you some time and privacy to check out you. After we are done with the day, I'll still be staying in the whirling in rags for the night. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
The key turns with a satisfying click. An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, adorned with... A brisk coastal wind still howls against the window of the shack. The room feels muffled, like you pulled your hat.
What is this place to you?
Waves crash onto the beach, drowning the reeds. Far to the south, this could have been you. This could still be you. Outside, the howl of the wind has picked up.
Look.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand. The water reflects back, a vague image of you'll be looking like a pet. A fresh start looms ahead. Clean yourself up like an artist with a brush or a master swordsman. The sharp blade chafes against your skin. They feel so smooth, surprisingly so. A feeling of fresh.
Yes? Yes. I don't know what to say. Perhaps I'm not really sure about this turn of events. I think the mutton chops might have been a better idea. They sort of seem to cover up
Damage.
either way. Good on you.
Hold in your hand the colorful primer. Every page has one word designating one letter of the alphabet with a faded illustration. A is for azimuth. B is for boreal. H is for homeboy. Q is for quasar. R is for rhododendron. That's it. You know the alphabet now.
Good. I also know the alphabet.
This book will show you the score. The alphabet.
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Khan Hailostam. You must...
Nice to meet you.
Oh yes, so Mikhail. They had to deal with monitor glare, especially in... Yes, hypertext. Young car...
He's just making up.
No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of him, of course. Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio.
The man speaks in the artificial cave.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the coalition... Aha! But it's not just any empty old building. What not a lot of people know is, this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And Felt, which now sells income...
Hold on. What's R&D?
Apologies, it's an acronym for research and development. They don't use it anymore. You're probably more familiar with RTD, Research and Technology.
Mea culpa. You are not... It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its...
That's not surprising. only a vestigial ink cartridge. They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But felt it was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer. An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferro tape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution, which is a feat of engineering even today's giants.
He assumes something like a combat.
Indeed. What?
The revolution!
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's moved to Revachol. All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D. Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
A pleasure wheel?
Perhaps reminded of a childhood memory.
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics. But history had other plans. Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark. They used them for military communications, but also to write and send out press releases. What's the Mars Decree? I mean, it's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette. I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried.
The kid takes a peek at the...
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant, exquisite, alien-looking tone. 10 years ago, I did a little...
Wait, did he just say Wumpty? He did it. He said, what the hell is a Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center? And
the Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center for Contemporary Art. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were...
Actually, I think there is.
In fact, I'm not. The Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center. But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting before... Very, very cool. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine... Yes, the official name of the prototype. Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. But of course, what else? Sure, what's on your mind? But of course, what else? No, thanks to you for having me and little Mikhail here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
you see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, "Tomorrow is just a whisper away."
Looks like tomorrow never came.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime.
No, I won't even try. You know, I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad. Well enough, actually. It's odd how that works.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it. You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable. Calling. Still calling. This feels wrong. End of tone.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre? Do you have any news about Pierre? He's my sister's grandson. He used to visit me as a lad. But who are you then? A salesman of some sort? Modern goods are rubbish, and I can't afford them anyhow. It's a shame what you did to our country. To hell with the police! To hell with you!
Her voice is drowned in white noise. You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
Yes?
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this rail. It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. It seems likely that it was left in the surf until someone...
Please tell me you're not taking that with you. A clue? You think our suspect is a seagull who's been defecating on unsuspecting jacket?
You should still take it. As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable... It's a sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. Some secrets are better left uncovered. Don't even try. It occurs to you that you're not even... It smells like a dead sea creature, tangled in grey... Somehow, it was carried or dragged to the boardwalk. If not, why? Why did you think about it? Look at your hands. They're covered in mud. What? No. Then it'll just be on your pants. This is it. smell. It's awful, and it doesn't help. Keep it in now. Don't overreact. Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. That something cold. It is death. It must be. The lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his nose.
Eyes up, detective.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled 2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter. No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles too. Better not pick them.
A tragedy.
He shakes his head with genuine. Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. Red Astra is the black. You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it. It's hard to concentrate in the smell. A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Half of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk, starting with the right leg. The fall has left him broken, contorted like a sad puppet. The smell is not as bad as the two.
Hold on. Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for...
Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest. The leather jacket suits him well. It must be. You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into 2. His jacket feels
good. We should take a look at that.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. You have to be quite inebriated to fall that bad. Well over a liter of pure ethanol. 3 bottles of wine. Or maybe it was just... His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet. A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you? Seems like the head wound was fat.
They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was the cause. You see waves churning below. A 0.75 liter Tallulah vodka. It's mid-market spirits.
Tear all around. I'd prefer if you didn't collect them this time. It's not proper.
True. It feels Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The blackness of death confirmed. Nearly the whole pack is there.
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol before going home. The worst thing is, I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind.
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. But that's just a lazy assumption.
At least this man knew how to party. This is an omen, a sign from above that you need to stop drinking.
Well, at least you're not married.
Or, what, married to your drink?
But let's try to not run ahead. For now, all we know, death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the board. No, I don't see anything that points in that direction. For now, let's treat this case as a simple, albeit sad, accident, unrelated.
Yes, but what if there's a killer on the loose?
A sequence killer? There's nothing that connects those 2 bodies. Yes, but I just wanted to make it clear it's not a sequence killer, okay? Oh yes. Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning could have definitely played a role here. But I think that death arrived through head. What about it? The deceased ate some kebab.
Sometimes a kebab is just...
They'll seal this place off after the news reaches the... Not that sealing it off would keep anyone away. All it does is keep... It does seem to be a pretty straight... From where I stand, I can see 2 options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body or not. A field autopsy isn't necessary. I'd say we should just write down head trauma in the autopsy report and leave it at that. It would save maybe, but we don't really have much time or resources to spare. The guys at processing will take care of the rest. Alright, we should first examine the library card you found. Then
the library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the... Billy is a unisex. Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pen. Most of these titles seem to be... If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial.
Good. We should give them a call from my kinema. See if we can learn anything about Billy Méjean.
Good idea. There was plenty of information. You pick up the handset. There's a tone. The machine is operable. Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark. This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple. It'll be easier to break the staple than the lock. Also, that sticker is in. Nothing happens. Only...
I don't think that's going to...
The carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. The doors remain unchanged. You see a yellow circle with two X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear. He takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief.
No. Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests Junior. For Revache Stolzed aussi, the moral intern defined junior dealing. These acts aren't called crimes as they would be for adults. Crimes committed by... I haven't seen that sticker before.
Thus, it must be made by... The padlock passes through a staple that's been hastily attached to the wood. Closer inspection reveals that should you want to get through, it might be easier to just pry the whole thing off.
Maybe we should circle the building first and look for another...
There is a touch of guilt in his voice.
Yes, the pulsing base. A sure sign of junior delinquency. Somewhere east of here.
Your hands are clammy from the sea air. The piece of sticker keeps slipping away. The lieutenant hands you a blue handkerchief. He looks. There's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb. Looks like today was a gold star day. Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand. You see that seagull up there? Remind you of anybody? You and the seagull. Think about the seagull's story. It's one of endurance. Then their paradise became Shit City. And what did they do? They became no time for that sentimental bullshit. They're hustlers, getting shit done. You have The Body Remembers. Own it. Steal hot dog. A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the...
Oh.
It's cold out here, but everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable.
Huh?
Maybe she didn't hear you.
So should you.
You don't have to do anything.
Oh. I didn't notice that. Sorry, man. My mind was elsewhere. A cell.
Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing.
Why? Okay, it's Burger.
A very common name.
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, actually just one wire. I picked on a contact mic records sounds from inside things.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is no idea.
Yeah, I record stuff with it. Sure. The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow, same place I got the recorder from. The Elysium. Oh man. You haven't been to the Elysium? It's the coolest place in this whole... It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like...
Thinking about it really cheers her up.
Oh yeah. Guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Yes? Okay. Recording, I guess. I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to tell. The musicians in the Elysium used them for making music. Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. I don't really know what I'm doing.
She looks at the recording device.
Take this, your call.
No man, fuck that, I'm cool.
It's okay.
That? The boys think it could be a place.
And who are these?
Yeah, Andre and the guys.
And why is that?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. Music stuff mostly. That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than... Thanks. Go ahead. It's supposed to become like a club, except that... Yeah.
The floorboards are twisting, and the shooting beam. There will never be a... Not in a million years.
I know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it. Hey, don't get me wrong, but you're cops, right? Okay, well... Maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys. Because they're inside that thing there. Would be cool, you know, anodic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments. Synthesizers and...
You see clear, beautiful...
No. Not really, no. It's noids. Yeah, I guess you could say that. To keep more weirdos from getting in. Fucking Martinez. I'm sorry. It's got the worst weirdos. Go ahead.
The device is still warm from her touch, and heavy as a brick from the batteries. And she looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup. The wind howls. It's real. Tell her.
What is? I know. So thanks, I guess, for the psych session. Maybe come on, I can tell. But, okay, what is it? Oh, really? So, the thing that's been eating you is the slow pace of social progress? Okay. See, uh-huh.
Perhaps.
Okay. Why'd you think that? Wow, man. That's pretty... Okay. What else? There you have it then. Chick trouble. Really? You seem to be pretty upset about this, chica. Wow, man. That's some pretty strange shit. How come you don't remember, though? Is it like some... Man, when I get hurt, I just want to forget that shit, you know? That kind of selective memory. Yeah. Or it might just be some psych bullshit, you know? You know, the psych thing they've got going on there. Rich people like it. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yes, but it itches really.
Okay. Hello again.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff.
Come on! Get in and close the flap behind. Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead.
I'm actually not, he thinks.
I'm sure you will.
A young man with peroxide blonde hair, as though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous...
Hardcore! It's hardcore! Skibbity, skibbity.
Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths? You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his...
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
His grip is strong.
This is my posse.
The young man with...
An egghead. Egg! Together with a settled burger, who's out there right now, doing some serious... We have many in the pipeline of... You see, we've been all over...
Honest for talent.
Yeah, thank you, egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning to...
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noit's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. Ah, so you've met her? Yeah. It's a matter of occupied ecclesiastical property.
An attempt to pander to your...
I'm talking about the church. And I'm not exaggerating.
Dopheads. Burnouts.
Well, I'm sad to say...
Strike that! The word!
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts...
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
Yes, yes. And the worst part is, they're all... I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, they're spooking us.
Also, they don't eat or clean the bill. People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up.
Thank you, Egg. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spook...
All right, man.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole...
I did ask Noit to install a measure against more drifters wandering in.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work.
Of course. Noit.
All right.
It's as if time has frozen somehow. You think you can sense... Blam! Straight in a stabbing pain. Tears stream...
Man, I'm super sorry.
He looks like he's genuinely sorry. He didn't throw them better.
I really am sorry, man.
Wow, looks like there's quite a lot there.
The key?
He is shifting in his...
We were talking about the padlock, I think. Not long. Like a week, maybe? Thank you. We just thought it was a right... Sure, man. Tell us what you want. Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many... Well, there's also the machinery.
This machinery
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was about...
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wire.
Andre, tell...
Oh, and it felt like there...
No, the other one.
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my...
Felt like silence.
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman. You should talk to Noid about that. I just...
With a small surge of PEA, alert.
Good idea. Like, you aren't alone, you know?
It wasn't quiet.
It was this dark shape climbing... Yeah, you know.
It was stalking...
Odd. Crabs are usually marine creatures and not known for...
Yeah, totally. I mean...
So he hasn't even...
You should ask her about it.
Well, honestly...
Why not? Let's...
I'm 70% sure they're Sure. What? He's a quiet man. Mostly communicates through mood. You know, a host.
Interesting, sire.
Well, he's just kinda here. I don't really know how to... Yeah, sometimes. When I like stumble...
The man smiles. I get it. He's a puzzle.
Oh yeah, that's a meteor name, you know, of Meteo. Meteo, a country on Muindi.
One of the poorest of the first world nation.
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them... And they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the You're totally wrong.
The Pericanassian church is about love. A Nordic meal, love is hard.
Unity.
Unity.
Make some noise for my Insulindian.
You feel it. The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big feels good.
Yeah!
He seems ecstatic that you should.
Do it for the masses.
I didn't want to say it, but...
The one with the large. You feel like you could go for a little disco.
Yes. What? Yeah, good to have, bitch to carry. When I first oh, it's the one they sell at the fuel station.
It's like he's lying to you, my liege. But he's slippery enough that...
The what now? Oh, the old Ultra.
He's like an actor. Look into the...
I have a major sinus infection, stuffy nose. We all do. Yes, that's all Nosefed's doing. Without the...
Nosefed is the shit.
Sure. Here you go, officer. The noser. Blast away. It does, doesn't it?
Told you we have a smell problem.
Ether? I don't... No.
He sniffs the air. A shrug is good enough for us. Why? He nods enthusiastically. No doubt, a little relieved.
As always, we'll be...
So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to... It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading, a sticker. You mean the yellow one? So I can hear you do it.
Noid,
don't piss off, Andre.
You shouldn't talk like that.
Right, noted.
An off-handed sorry, if there ever...
Seems like my creation has found its... The dead guy smiling. He defeated history. We are living in the age of the present moment and life, or maybe he's not dead. Maybe...
Or drugged out of his mind, come to think of it.
Or drunk, or in a clinical coma, or the dead guy smiling. He defeated history, the present moment, or maybe...
Or drugged out of it. He blinks, waiting.
I guess one could write an entire... Yeah, gotta compare. I suck at socialising. Nah, you heard me. Weird stuff. Wires going into water. Gives off a spot. Nothing's wrong with...
The sickest.
Most of it doesn't. Sonic powers. The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric.
It's not easy to reach a harmonic rhythm.
Yes. Further sign matching would do good for us. One way to achieve this would be...
The young man with...
This is hardcore. Hardcore! Hardcore to the internally coherent. Good morning, yeah! 1, 2, 3, Yekokata! Yekokata is a...
Yekokata is an abbreviation from an intricate system of irrigation networks pockmarking the earth. pain of Etonite has been barely holding it up. It could fall over. The pain falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk. The shaggy-haired girl.
So you talked to my associates, right? Shoot. Oh, that. Okay. I went in and she was dressed like someone who's been raised by their... And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall. He stopped right before he got to the floor.
Like a crab, you...
It was too dark. I couldn't...
Come on. She obviously could.
He looked like a banger, okay? He was all muscular.
A crab? And...
Yes, a banger. As in a... I don't blame you. I mean, my associates... I haven't got much to say about them. Of course I do. I just don't tell people. Me? I'm a... Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but...
Scattering of bullet holes is spread across the...
Correct. Meaning, this is a lot of bullet holes. Looks like the manufacturing and sale of automatic rifles was curtailed after the revolution.
Unable to piece together the scattering of bullet holes looks like one giant smiling mouth. That patch of reeds over there, it's a great place to hide something. Kinda, you don't have a reason to. Nothing.
Here we go. Nice and easy. No.
There's a cylinder.
Who's there?
His self-con...
Is that the police? Why?
Don't worry, Gary. To what do I owe the pleasure? Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the 881. Oh, good.
Did he say we can go?
Yes, Gary. We...
Sir,
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid is... Well, good question. And I suspect it may have all... It's my hypothesis, but I cannot describe...
Yes, it makes
I'm expecting it...
Seems puny.
Typical rule. Even simply catching a glimpse of...
Would be glory itself.
Very little. Not yet. I know it's real, by which I mean... I've heard enough first-hand... Yes. It's the first credible sign. I have to resist the thought. Parthenogenesis, meaning the females don't need males to reproduce. Yes, Insulindian phase.
There's nothing dispassionate.
Well, they may not look impressive. Yes, simple, at least. That locust.
Inside a meat-eating stick insect.
They'll work.
The traps do...
Thank you for your... Yes. What? And I'm eager to my wife understand.
Come on, Morale.
And leave the traps.
Come on. She wants us back.
Won't let Lena down. Sounds like the cryptozoologist.
Of course it's important.
She's seen it.
Yes. That...
Needless to say.
Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the incident. No.
He's dead. I could go.
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer. Caught the bug, I see. There are 4 in total. One is to the south. The third is set near the canal. You should check at least one of those before returning to this one. Since I bring it to me at once.
He's not comfortable with the...
That's highly unlikely, officer. It's made of musk and research chemicals. The wise choice.
This is the...
I hope you're not buying this.
It is precious.
Right, which means...
Whatever you think.
Final.
Thank you for your help. Gary...
If it's more cryptid related. But what if the information is vital? What about his eager to leave friend...
I've just always liked animal. It's not child's... Real. I know you think one is a respectable profession, while the other is superstition. My methods are the...
Your nerve endings tell you there is no such thing.
Agreed. Yet there... No, as I said... Everything from forgotten... No. Very few cryptids are ever Of the list of cryptids kept by the crypto... 2 are categorized as Yes. We cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves. More so, indeed.
The hair on your arms. He has clearly done his math.
Yes? All right.
We would have to discuss. You need to ask him about specific cryptids. Cryptids you've heard about from Lena.
I see you've been...
A warm wave.
We travelled to south. The surge was...
What?
Really?
They're a nascent culture. I just didn't feel comfortable. And... let's...
By all means.
Hello, I'm Gary. Yellow Man. I mean, officer.
The lieutenant raises. Yellow Man. Interesting. This is something...
I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to... I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here. Oh, I've been tempted. But someone has to...
He pronounces Revacon with a hard K.
I like to pronounce...
He winks at you. It's a secret room.
Oh, so that's what the RCM in Martinez is about. Great.
So you do...
No. Nothing. He was some kind of
He's not feeling very comfy in his clothes. He didn't kill him or...
My mug? Why would you think that? Oh, no, that's not... Why would I be calling to a broken mug? Okay, I admit it. You're not going to find me, are you? Okay, I don't know what got into me.
What did you do, Gary?
Nothing!
Here we go. Start pumping that sweet info.
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services, CS Municipal. He gave me a master so I can use the Whirling's trash. I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs. I shouldn't have.
Disgraced. No need for the histrion.
He studies his reaction.
Officer, please. Let me explain. I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged. Then I came out to clean up the rags because no one else would. I put them into the Whirling's... Okay.
Right. It was just...
Exactly. That's exactly what it was.
As he shifts uncomfortably, a series of clicks, like...
What sound? Really? There's lots of weird stuff.
Every day, the wind. The sound you heard was not the sound of something easily...
What sound? I haven't the slightest...
Every day, the sound you heard...
Armor? No.
An infant could... There's something going...
I hope I could help your
Don't be so relieved yet, Gary.
Not many seal like...
Do you remember how, when we met Measurehead and I said, well, this is that racist?
Hey, man. All I meant was there... No. No problem at all. Sure do.
His eyes narrow slightly.
In my home. Yes. When I was going to... Mr. Clare unlocked my apartment? So you work for Everard Clare? Officer, please tell him we're good. What have I done?
As he lowers his tone, he hunches his back.
Whatever it is, tell him I'm silent as the grave. I won't do it again.
This scared him proper.
The weather vane has...
He clearly liked his squirming. He may even have changed his... That shirt looks very uncomfortable. Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor, for example.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I was ashamed of what I did.
We're not detecting falsehood, sire. This shame.
Gary! What's...
Later, Morale. I've got apologizing to do.
No. You've got explaining to do.
Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and So I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the only the cuirass was left, so I stripped it off him. It was early in the...
It's okay.
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man. See, because I was weak.
The hell, Gary?
I'll explain later. I always thought it was the Union.
This is all he knows. He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon, but so light to hold.
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again. I...
Yes?
Hi, officer. Anything I can help you with? A fishing village on the seashore. The sign on the street leading here is illegible. The name is Lillian. People call...
Indeed. You're all... Ask her about the cool sword. Helps to bring...
Let's see. Well, how can I assist you then, officer? Oh? Well, how can I assist you then, officer? Like I said, fish mostly. So, I sell the fish to people. Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea is. Wood, pieces of glass, bottles, strugs,
All right. Major choice moment.
Well, you're barking under the wrong tree then, officer. Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty. It's a regular. From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. No, I'm afraid not. What makes you think we haven't? That goes for men too.
That does not. Coach means the expression.
Sure.
The traces of her laughter.
Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Gone. To the waves. The sea took him. Who knows? Maybe he fell... Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss...
She really likes those muscles, though. It's in the way she pronounces sinewy.
Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
This is neither a touchy. She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another.
Sure is. The sun, I call her, coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday.
Heavy wooden doors. The lock turns easy.
Let's go.
As you do, you hear a great whoosh of air in the heart of... The silence in this part of the church, maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps, and then it's gone. It seems the sound. You can hardly hear your own breathing. You produce a few muffled. Your voice is big. It's unnerving. The lieutenant points to.
Can you hear anything? The church just has strange acoustics, some engineering trick.
The lieutenant doesn't reply. The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely. It's like there's something moving up there. A shadow. It's not a shadow anymore. Becoming more substantial.
Officer.
Oh no. You've lost sight of it. Yes. You see something hanging. Maybe it's possible to. The shadow is a man, the crab man. The man leaned forward.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry. Everything. I'm here to receive the mother's love. You can't.
This man is obvious.
Hey, and what was that about? The bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already.
Está crudo, way. I see deep inside you. Your body and your spirit are suffering greatly from over. I was like you once. Just,
you know, actually.
Look at these crazes. What is...
Don't trust me. Trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes. This is the church of the mother.
This mother of silence sounds like a serious player.
You've never known myself to be a crab. But if that's the name you got for me, I always thought of myself more.
That's not the only technique he's working on. Look at those cups.
Sure am. Whittling wood. Now I use those same hands in service of something greater than my own restlessness. It's all just for the mother, man. I was in a gangway, but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone. No, man. You gotta let that shit go. Then the...
Do you remember your name, sir?
The lieutenant is not particularly interested.
Tiago's my name. But those syllables don't mean your place amongst your fellas. Your place in the world. That's just the thing, Holmes. None of that matters. Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita. No. I just call her viejita. That's what I said. Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing. I'm afraid not, Essay.
Or search through her radio computer.
The ones in the tent outside? Right? Nah, man.
Though he used to, a long time ago.
Why not? Might even be nice to have some... This is a special place. I circled it. Oh, that's no simple. She is a cavity in the dark, beyond sense. I will be incinerated, but not destroyed. I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory. I ain't from no Marietti. If that's... It's not like that at all.
Too gleeful, those words.
I know it will take time. Hard to say. I think I did some construction work here. Been spending a lot of time here.
The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
Police raid.
Did you witness it?
Not really. Or at least I don't remember much of it anymore.
A machine stands in the corner.
Another radio computer. And this we should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection. It's also quite similar to the one we had.
The one you saw earlier was the Ream Civic. You see, Fluorescent, the lieutenant, says nothing. Behind the hatch, another filament. The machine's keyboard, the speaker comes to life.
Good afternoon,
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer.
I have 2 machines registered.
Sabrina,
Anything else I can help you with? Good.
let's look around. Maybe he knows something.
Received. Votre accident. Is there anything else? Good. Please
Let's look around. Maybe he knows something.
No. Still no. I am contraction.
I'm afraid.
No. Can you receive votre accident? Is there anything? Good. Thank you. Good.
The machine's keyboard is still. Nothing happens. In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother, this is her, cradled in her arms, are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath. Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. The woman looks down at you, kneeling. She towers among her followers as that soft word passes. Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles her distant smile. It's a mystery. All you know is...
The old woman in the village was right. This must be the DeLorean church. It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Sept Sœurs, they call them. The 7 sisters. Only one remains. We should be respectful here.
There it is again. A small...
I have a theory, yes. The old woman in the village was... Well, your station was involved. 3 precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41 was one of them. I am pretty sure it was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything. Good luck. It happened a while ago. It's unimportant to our business.
Oh, hey, Wei.
Coffee in the back. Something familiar.
Too many times, Ese. You need it for something. Don't sweat it, vato. What you think of that? Look, man. I'm at liberty to talk about. I think we're done here, Ese.
That was, however...
The machine's keyboard is the speaker.
Good afternoon. Votre accident. Good. Please. Good. I have unlocked the filament. Votre accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Goodbye.
The machine's keyboard. The printer prints out a long text document with dated the first entry made on the 4th of February, 51 by an unknown author. Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get in. The lieutenant leans closer, scoured.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Well, our case? No, I don't think.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. See? What was that about? See? Ridden with narcotics.
I doubt that we can find any. Nothing spooky about...
7th of February, 51.
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, but at least the artists have their act together. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't.
I think these people worked. Seems like something about...
12th of February, 51.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder. Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to...
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now.
Is she talking about...
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence.
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze. March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an app. That disco man must be a cell.
The girl on the ice?
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with...
No. It was a great March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door. A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. Where are we?
You won't find any answers from here. It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks.
We should talk to her.
What is it? Yes. Or...
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized.
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fort. If you're not here to hire...
Did she say that still doesn't answer what she's...
No. Yes. And... No. You're right. I'm not. I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't... I use the AR1 as my RAIN prefix. Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you? All right. Well, all radio computers perform I guess it is. So far I've been quite satisfied with it. But it's not the cheapest one on the market. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy.
She liked telling you this.
I'm working.
The machine seems...
Could you... They are connected to my RAIN prefect. Whatever you do, just great. You really like those questions, don't you? I'm conducting I'm looking for the location of a 2 million...
Wait, what? She's looking for a disrupt... The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't...
Yes, that's what led me here. But I says... Exactly. What does it mean? What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have?
That's a little above your pay grade at the moment.
I don't know. Are we? That's what I'm... You measure it by its surroundings. By that which does exist. But honestly, it's not progressing very well. Somewhere underneath those roof beams...
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out. Strange things may flee.
There's this place at the back of the church. A place...
The Pillar of Silence? Are you
Maybe. But it's oddly... I know. No, I don't. Because it's just trial and error. Trying to locate the swallow. And I don't have a... You know what? Great. Thanks. The swallow, you mean? What a great. Thanks. What? I hate it. Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get... This is about those Take a guess, why don't you? I can't believe they got you so easily.
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
Hi again. So, how are things going? And? What happened? Oh, man! Who is he? What did you think? Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he... What do you mean? No matter. Yeah.
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spook? I guess it's not a everyone is Maybe. I guess a programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub? Come on, man. Who will you trust? Feel the love! Get down and feel it! You'll get there, believe me. Anyway, now that it's said, what a pity. That's a shame. What can... Unity! And you can't just evict her? Look at you, no Noid. If that's okay with her, we only want to get... The lines in the dark exist! At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like Nordic dance music?
Egghead cannot believe what...
No worries, we'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can... Excellent! Good luck, my friend. Goodbye, officer.
Yes, what is it? I don't want to make anything work. Yes, anything.
It's not the anodic dance music that's made her...
That's right. If we...
There's not a trace of irony in her voice. She means it. Easy. When her research is...
What? No, I don't really need any help with...
She thinks about it.
All right. Bring me the game. No, that's the production schedule used...
In his defense, it...
Okay, but still, it's a backup of my former employee.
She's making it extra.
The backup itself is destroyed now. But I'm hoping to use... Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some That's her name, I believe. Good. Then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building cellar. The filament is in the giant ice bear fridge. I just told you.
But you've been to the fridge and it wasn't there. There was a note...
Wait. A note from whom? Jawisa. Of course. Our project lead, like it would have made a difference. The offsite copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. And the heads... I won't even get in. This is getting ridiculous. Can't you just...
There's a solution, but she doesn't want to hand it over to you yet.
Wait, what? Whose...
You know, we don't actually have to...
Whose body is it? You put it there? You put a dead body inside... Okay... There...
We would appreciate it.
Who would I tell? My mother? I don't... The bookstore lady hates me. Says I'm part of the curse. Because she's from Martinez, and people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer. She thinks it emits elemental evil. She literally started praying for the higher powers.
The lieutenant coughs like...
Once I came in one morning, only to find that my terminal was full of those strange trinkets and amulets. Wards. It looked like some Semenine magic. Thanks. And here's my Kvalsund multitool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything.
It hurts a bit for her to say this.
Yes? Thanks.